Hi, everybody. So, I have a book tonight that I'm going to read to you guys. And if I had to rate this book on a scale from 1 to 10, I would give it a 10. The reason why I would give it a 10 before I even read it is it's a wonderful book. It relaxes you, it cools you down, it calms you down, it makes you laugh, it makes you dream, it makes you happy. But it also helps you to teach you how to not be afraid of the dark or be scared to go to sleep. So the book that I'm reading today, wherever you are, it's called A Bedtime Yarn. And before I read this book, I have to say the author of this book wrote a wonderful book. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have this book. I may even buy this book because of how good it is. Once upon a time, in a village by the sea, there lived a little bear named Frankie. He slept in his own little room, in his own little bed, and fell asleep each night listening to the faint click click of his mother's knitting needles as a ball of yarn unraveled in his paws. His mother would sit in her cozy chair by the fire as she worked the other end of the wool, listening to music with the cat on her knees. Every few days the ball of yarn would shrink to nothing, and Frankie's mother would give him a new one. Each ball was as soft and smooth. Excuse me, I had a sneeze. Was soft and smooth as the one before. Each ball was a different color. Frankie's favorite yarn was a smooth morning sky blue, but every color had a story. One night, Frankie had a cool, foamy sea green that led him to a deep underwater cave. Ooh. On another, he barely gripped the bright orange and black striped tiger tail. And later, he wrapped his fingers around a flickering red flame that didn't hurt him at all. Once he held an ice-cold ball of snow, and once he brushed his cheek with a damp gray fog. He cupped his palms around a turquoise and cream sparkling egg and gently patted a marble kitten. He smelled the scent of the bright green lawn where he played barefoot in the summer, and he sniffed the yellow dandelions that covered the grass in the spring and sneezed. The day before his birthday, his mother gave him a rich brown that made Frankie hungry for cake. Without the yarn, Frankie had been afraid of sleep. He didn't know where the darkness would take him, and if it took him too far, how would he ever get back? Holding the yarn, Frankie found anchored like the boats in the bay, bobbling and drifting, but not floating away. Frankie's mother would not show him what the click-click of her needles were making. A surprise, said his mother. It will be finished when you are ready to let go of your last ball of yarn. Night after night, the vivid colors passed through Frankie's fingers as he slept, but over time his curiosity grew with his legs, until after many months it overcame his fear. Mama, I'm getting to be a big boy. Yes, said his mother. I'm still a little bit afraid, but I'm ready to let go of the yarn. I want to see what we made. "Then I think it's time for the one last ball," said his mother. That night, Frankie held on to the invisible yarn his mother had placed in his paws and closed his eyes. The next morning, just as the sun began to shine through his window, Frankie woke and stretched and looked down to see that he was covered in a blanket that shimmered and rippled with every color he had held in his hand. The colors ran together in a surprising shape and patterns, as they do in the dreams. Frankie gazed at the blanket, and in the colors of its fabric he saw the sky, and the sea, and the tiger, and the flames. Bright white snow and sweet green grass dotted with dandelions, delicate eggs, fluffy kittens, and sweet chocolate cake. Frankie saw that no matter how far away he floated in his dreams, this blanket, like a magic carpet, would always bring him back to his own little bed. That night, Frankie kissed his mother, snuggled under his blanket, and fell asleep, his paws empty of yarn, and his head filled with all of the wonderful dreams his and his mother had knitted up together. The end. Now, the reason I read this book is because it taught me, but it taught my son how to relax and how to be calm before we go to bed. I hope you all enjoyed this book today. And no matter what, please stay safe and please be positive. Leave a comment below or write me something if you want me to read something, talk about something. I'm always free to talk about positive things and read positive stuff. All right, everybody, have a wonderful night.